So, bit of an experiment. We've got two in a red hot sunroom. We've got one piece in water, and we've got half a bag full in the polytunnel in a mix of sawdust and multi-purpose compost. We're going to see. I've seen various different people doing various different ways. We've uncovered the chilies and the peppers, still not doing anything. Very warm in here today. What we've got is tomatoes that are absolutely flagging in here. It's boiling hot. We've got the sweet potato that was left from yesterday at the allotment. We've got that in some very wet soil sat in the sunshine, and we've got one in water. So that sweet potato in 3 different locations, different conditions. We're gonna pot up those tomatoes today that are flagging, so they've got their own pots. Then what we'll start to do is put them outside all day, every day, bit by bit, get the sun, get the wind, make them strong. Cucumbers and melons there, and some random, I think melons set in with the rocket. I don't know how I've done that. I've obviously put seeds in different pots. Nothing on the peppers, and everything else is germinating the same that was last filmed. Just a sweet potato experiment. Just burying up to the first set of leaves. It's so hot in here. Hopefully it will regenerate them a little bit so they're not so leggy. Just trying to remove the legginess, so it gives them a bit of a new lease of life. These are the fur line. These are the ones that have suffered the most. They're all cooking really in here. That's the fur line. This is the Tamonde. Hiya. Hiya. Tomatoes. By the time I finish, we'll be really super organised in here. Look at all these tomatoes stood upright now. Not even 24 hours after transplant shock. We were a bit later doing them than we should have done because I had my granddaughter and I tend to concentrate on the granddaughter as opposed to gardening. But now they're all looking good. So today we've got that pot to do. We've turned the cucumbers this morning. We've got peppers now coming. Finally. And that leaves us with 2 more batches of tomatoes that aren't ready. These are the little yellow cherries that were in the kitchen window, and they're the tiger stripy ones. This pot today. They're looking good. You get a lot more transplant shock when you grow them in pots like this as opposed to in single cells. But within a few hours, they're up, they're drinking, and they're going, yay, fresh soil for me. Love it. Some have gone really droopy, and yet it's saying it's 15 degrees. Not sure if you can see that. I've got these left. These are just going in a big pot for now. Right, what we've got is some severely floppy. This is when you've got to try not to handle them too much. So this is what these were like yesterday. So little drink to get them settled and sit them in water for a couple of hours. And we'll see what they're like later. But I actually think all those will make it. What we've done with the rest of them, because we ran out of pots, is we've just potted them in a massive pot. These will all be ones for sale or giveaway, or because I don't need any more than 2 trays of the Romas. We've got 2.5 trays actually. We've got 1 tray of Furline, and we've got 1 tray of Tamande. That's plenty when you consider I've got the cherries. I'm also setting plum tomatoes. I've got tiger tomatoes. Quite a lot in here now. So what we will have to do now every day is get those doors open. We've had them open a little bit this morning, but they're still regenerating from the transplant shock, as you can see, floppy. Hoping by tomorrow morning they're better. We'll turn them every day. We'll get the doors open, but we'll let them recover from the transplant shock first. Then they'll start going to the greenhouse.